guess who's back? We'll call him back from sick leave. But anyway, it is Tuesday afternoon here, the 28th. Not that the date matters, but it's a Tuesday. It's about 1 o'clock, and we don't have a load booked, but we have plenty of work to choose from. So you can hear the old rig back there. She's cold. She fired right up. I kind of cheated. I came out last night and started it, but before we do anything, I'm just getting the truck fired up and getting it warmed up. I am redoing the plugs back here on the underside of the tractor because I had to pull the plug apart anyways because the lift axle wasn't working, and that was because the wrong wire was hooked up to the wrong prong. So I pulled it all apart, and when I done that, I looked at the plug. The plug was kind of dirty, so I just went ahead and bought 3 new plugs, one for a spare, 2 new plugs back here for my air and electric, or not my air, my electrical and my dump valves and everything. So sorry I sound a little congested. Par for the course for the year. I'm ready for it to be over. I've been sick a lot. I seem to have contracted a small head cold, but I've survived. So anyway, so we're gonna work on that real quick, get that ready to go, and we're gonna have to jump on the load board and find a load and everything, but that shouldn't take long. There was like 800 some loads within like 150 miles of the house today, so plenty of work to do. Really good rates, so I'm pretty excited. Let's go try to make some money and pay some bills. So let's get working on this, and I'll talk with you guys here shortly. Okie doke. Good afternoon. Welcome back. It is Wednesday afternoon here my time. We're in Brahman, Oklahoma at the it's a Roadies Travel Center, or I think it's called the Kanza, something like that. It's just south of the Brahman scale there on I-35, about I think we're 4 miles in to the state line. So we're here letting Big Diesel out. They've just redid this parking lot and everything, so there's a whole bunch of fresh hay out here they've laid to grow some grass and stuff. So yeah, we're doing that. Truck's over there parked. We're gonna grab some cheap fuel here. I pulled in about 6 o'clock this morning, and fuel was $2.80 on the mud flap. And I'm not one to really fuel and park. No real particular reason other than I'm weird. So I figure, well, I get fuel in the morning. Well, good thing I waited, because it dropped another 2 cents. It was $2.80 a gallon when I pulled in at about 6 a.m. and now it's $2.78 a gallon. So I take fuel savings anywhere I can get it. I don't care if it's a quarter of a cent, a half a cent, a full cent, 2 cents, you know, or 100 cents, or my 2 cents worth, which isn't much. But so yeah, so we're gonna fill up here for $2.78. I've got just a little bit under half a tank of fuel So we should only take about 160, maybe 170 gallons. I'm pretty good about topping her all the way off. So anyway, long story short, when I talked with you last, we were back home in Iowa. I was doing some electrical work on the back of the truck. I'll show you that here in a second. But we did wind up booking a load from Osceola to Pauls Valley, Oklahoma. So, oh, Diesel's really got something smelling here. But yeah, so we're headed down to Pauls Valley. We got a 6:30 delivery there tonight, and like I said, it's about 1:30 here, so only got about 2 hours and some change left into the trip. So yeah, going pretty good. Got a pretty good rate on it. They're giving us $3,500 to go down here, so puts us in a fairly good little market as far as you know, freight back to the Midwest or back anywhere. And this week I'm going on the fly of it. So we may wind up in Arizona, we may wind up in Nevada, we may wind up in there's this Pennsylvania. I had to think of that. Where somewhere, who knows where we're gonna wind up. So anyhow, yeah, I'm gonna head back over the truck as soon as the dog's done doing his deal, and we'll check out the electrical work that I finished up, and then we will talk with you guys here shortly. Okay, so here is a little bit of what we did. Nothing special. I mean, I think I've showed you guys up under here before, but went ahead and wired in 2 new 7-way plugs, and I changed electrical cords. I went with the shorter cord. My other ones, which I still have on the truck, stowed away, they had 3-foot leads up here, and I ordered them that way, just like these. I ordered them that way because when I paid to have this done, I was anticipating this actually being back on this bracket or somewhere a little further, and so I was gonna be stretched out. Well, as time has gone on, the electrical lines have stretched, and they weren't dragging, but they were getting real close. So I decided to go a little shorter. So far so good. This is working. These here, the reason I went with these is these are the new lines by, I can't think of the manufacturer, but they're non-kink, and they're not supposed to crack like the other plastic lines on the market. And I went that route because I wanted to keep it fairly simple. I'm going to climb my fat caboose out of here, but Deeth, hey, let's go. I wanted to try to keep it fairly simple, and here again, I'm just weird. I'm picky about weird things. The rubber 3-in-1 lines work great, and if this for some odd reason doesn't work, that'll be the route that I go. But this way it allows me to keep it all separate, and the other reason that I don't really like the 3-in-1s is because I need 4, and if I'm going to have one separate line, I just as well have all separate lines. That's how I look at it. And if you can't tell, I look at things differently because I'm wearing camouflage and a red stocking cap. So I'm pretty weird. You know, matching is obviously a big part of my life, and doing crazy things is a big part of my life. So that's why that's set up the way that it is. But we just wired 2 new plugs in, all existing wiring. The lift axle does work now. I'll try to show that to you here shortly. Actually, I might be able to show it to you now. Let's see here. Oh, gotta unlock. I don't know if I've ever showed you this, but this truck is keyless entry. Pretty cool. So let's see. There should be enough air in here to lift it. Gotta turn the key on, throw the switch. Everything, all my dump valves and everything are wired into the cab. Same with my lift axle. I'm actually just, I think you can hear it working here. I'm actually just about 4,000 pounds. I'm very light. I'm only 23 or 4,000. Maybe a little more than that. I think I'm 28,000 in the box. So I'm actually fairly close to being able to run with the lift axle up. But I'm running a little bit low on air. But you can see Obviously, there's the bags. You supply air to the bags. It inflates the bags, pushes the bags out, and lifts the axle up. That's not going to do it. Okay. Well, I'll have to show you later. Appreciate it, thank you. Okie dokie. Good evening, everybody. Welcome back. It is... well, I don't know. Time dates matter. I mean, by the time you see it, it's like a day or two later anyways. But if you do care, it's Wednesday night, about 7:15. We are at the Walmart Distribution Center in Pauls Valley, Oklahoma. I can say that one. Again, I apologize, a little congested here, but we're going to try to get through this and kind of put a little end to this video. So, we are, like I said, Pauls Valley. We're at Walmart. Loaded yesterday, Osceola to here. Pardon me. There was a line haul rate on this of $3,500 on 583 total miles. That's included with my empty miles from Creston to Osceola. So we take that divided by, what did I say, 583. We're at $6 a running mile. As of right now, the plan is to head back up and over to Elk City, Oklahoma. Load there tomorrow morning, and I am headed to the northwest. I'm going to head up to Seattle with a load of sausage. I decided to do that for two reasons. One, I'm an idiot. Two, I haven't been up there in a long time. Actually, I guess that's three reasons. First reason, I'm an idiot. Second reason, we'll actually go with, I got a pretty good rate going up there. Third reason, you know, I haven't been up that way in a long time, and I've done a little research, looking a little further ahead. It looks like two things are going to work in our favor. First thing is the weather, even across Wyoming, Idaho, and all the way up through into Washington, is going to work out in our favor. I think the weather's going to be good. And the second thing that's working out in our favor is it looks like there's a fair amount of freight moving back out of there towards my way towards home. So that's going to be my plan, is to try to get up there and get back towards home. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work, but we'll see. So I will be staying out this weekend, well into next week, just trying to get out here and, you know, make some money and just keep things going, taking advantage of everything that's, you know, hot. So this one's going to pay $9,100 to go up there to Seattle. It's less than, I'll have less than 2,000 miles into the whole trip. And it's not a, you know, week-long deal. It's loads tomorrow morning and it kicks off Sunday night. So it's only going to be on the truck for 3.5 days. So if you want to break down your revenue by a day rate, it pays about $2,600 a day. If you want to break it down but per mile, I'm getting, we'll just say 2,000 miles. I mean, I'm getting $4.55 a running mile. That's in the whole trip. So that's not just my loaded miles, that's the whole trip. So truthfully, I probably could have done a little better on it. They gave me a rate of $8,000 to begin with, and but it kind of sounded like they were desperate, and I got off the phone and I said, hey, I'm going to call you back, I'm going to think about it. And like I said, I just kind of was like, hey, the weather looks good, haven't been up that way in a long time, we'll head up that way if we can, you know, come to an agreement. Well, when I called back, it's kind of when I got the sense of desperation that nobody really wanted to go, or they couldn't find a truck. And he had mentioned some other offers that he had gotten on the load, which was like $14,000. And I mean, I'm all for making money, but at the same time, I mean, I'm not a crook, I'm not a thief, I'm not here to rip somebody off. But they're like, you know, we've had some really crazy offers, and I gave them, you know, my offer, $9,100, and they called me back about 10 minutes later like they said they would, and said, yeah, you're good to go. Yeah, they like that. And I'm sitting there thinking, probably should have done a little better on that. But oh well, it is what it is. It's still respectable, you know. I mean, I know fuels out there are going to be more expensive, but it's still respectable. We're you know, still making money. So and like I said, looking ahead, forecasting, I should be able to load out of that way first thing Monday morning. As of right now, there's a couple loads on the board going to Cedar Falls, Iowa, Waterloo. There's a couple going back to Crete, Nebraska. So all that stuff gets me right around home. But then again, I don't have to go home. By that time, I'm obviously going to want to. I'm going to want to go see my kids. But just kind of nice to get out and you know, break out of the monotony and go trucking. So anyway, that's going to be the plan. I just want to shoot a little closer. I'm going to try to put this video together here while I'm sitting here, and then we'll start fresh tonight with our trip to Washington. And yeah, that's the plan. We'll stick with it. Hope you all had a very Merry Christmas. I know that I did. I'm rocking one of my cool Peterbilt hats that my absolutely wonderful wife got me. If you looked on my Instagram and my community page on YouTube, I don't think there's any question about it. Santa Claus drove a cat-powered Peterbilt. So Also, I got this really cool Peterbilt pocket knife. I put that in the community post as well. This is a sharp little sucker right here. I've got 10 fingers now, but that could dwindle as the week goes on. So yeah, Christmas was great. Had a wonderful time with family as always. I love and appreciate them so much, and I appreciate you guys so much for tuning back in here with me again. So all that being said, hope you had a Merry Christmas. We're coming up on a new year, so I wish you all a very merry and happy new year. Don't drink too much, because I know I wouldn't. I would drink far too much. That doesn't make sense. Have a good one. Thanks for coming back. Catch you on the flip side.